Hello everyone, welcome back to our YouTube channel. This is Hassan Najafi from Akam CA Group. In this tutorial, I want to show you how to create a velocity vector plot with Tecplot software. I already exported my data from Ansys Fluent. And that data, I simulated a flattened tube, and I got the data, the parameters like pressure, velocity, and temperature in a z-axis in the position of 0.8 meter. Let's go and run the Tecplot software and import the data to see what we got. In order to export data from your Ansys Fluent, check out my previous video, which I totally and completely explained how to get data from your Ansys Fluent or any other software. You can get this data and have them in Tecplot 360. In order to get data here, you need to load the data. As you can see, we should go to the load data, and this is the working directory that I already created in my computer, and this is the file that I had and I got from Ansys Fluent. So now this is the cross section of my flattened tube that I saved data from my simulation. In order to see, you can just check the mesh, and here the mesh that I already had, it is a hexahedral mesh. If you want to have a contour, you can go active the contour section here and select the temperature, for example. Actually, this is the legend that we can also change it, like change the header and so on. But in this tutorial, I want to show you how to create a velocity vector. In order to do that, let's turn off the contour and active the vector. When you click on the vector, you will see the software will ask you suggest the u and u velocity and v velocity. So this means that the velocity in the x direction, and this one it means that velocity in y direction. So if you click on it, and you will see a list of parameters here. So for the u, I need to choose the x component velocity database, and for the v, I need to choose y component velocity database. After you select these proper variables, then click on OK, and you will see the data. So in order to have a good figure, you can disable the axis here, just like this, and put it a little in the middle. The next step is to create a better view of the vectors here, because the vectors that you can see here is so small, and the density of vector is too much, so we need to reduce it. In order to do that, go to the plot section and select the vectors. Here you can see the vector details that you can modify them. One of the important options that you can use here is use even vector spacing, like this. And if you adjust this value, you can set the specific space between the vectors. But here the things that I had is almost good. You also set the grid units over the magnitude. So it means you can change the length of the vectors based off the grid unit. Let's say this one is good. And you have also other options, like changing the uniformity based on the percentage. Okay. The next tab is to change the angle of the arrows here. You can increase it to the 22 or anything, and also you can change the fraction of length. You can see the arrowhead will be changed. So if you want to have a reference vector, you can active this one, but here I'm good, I don't need it. So this is how you can get the velocity vector in Tecplot. But if you want to add a contour, let's say velocity contour to this vector, you just need to activate the contour. I disable the legend here and select the velocity magnitude database here, and I can change it to the small rainbow and close it. So here you can see the vector velocity and velocity contour. If you want to can see the edge, also you can activate this one. The another things is to activate the legend. As you can see, I already explained these whole things in another video, in my previous video. Please check out it. Let's say horizontal, reduce the space like 1. Okay, because this is the variable is too much, so vertical, and disable the header. So okay, if you can see, in order to solve this problem, you need to go to the plot and axis area and adjust them as this. Here you go. Also you need to okay, so let's say we want to create another figure with showing the streamlines. So I disable the contour and vector, so go ahead to create the streamlines. In order to do, go to the plot tab and streamlines. You need to activate the streamlines. Before selecting any place, you need to select this button here first, and then click the area. But the streamlines that generated here is so dense. In order to have a good view of the streamlines, you need to reduce the maximum steps. I select 500. So here, and when you change it, you can select every position that you want to have the vertices, because this is the secondary vertices in the cross section. So you can select these things like the way I'm doing. Okay, you have other option here. You can increase the thickness, and also you can adjust these parameters, even the arrows. Let's do it to the 3. This is the step size. This is the line thickness, or even you can change the color of the streamlines to is okay. So you can also disable or enable the show arrowhead on lines and change the arrowhead size, but it's too much. 5 is too much. And the arrowhead space. The other option that we have here, the number of seed point. If you did something here and you don't want, for example, I don't want this streamline, you need to just click on it and click delete button. Okay, so this is the streamline. Let's say if you want to have both of them in a one frame, I just copy this frame and paste it and edit it to the frame 0.2. Okay, let's say that I want to have contour here. Okay, I will copy one more and I move it here, delete this one, Okay, again. Okay, here, copy from this one and put it here. For example, I want to have a contour without this legend, and with vector without the streamlines. You can turn off the streamlines, and here with the streamlines, and even you can have the pressure contour at the same time. This is the pressure database. In order to see the lines between them, you can select here lines and flat, like this one, if you prefer to have a figure like this. And the legend also, you can have it next to it, like this. And this is let's say this is the pressure database, so you can add the, just write it down, the pressure, in order to have a label, or even you can have an ABC label here. And other things, you can bring it to the front. So this one is in the front, and this one here, this one in the back. Just arrange the frames, and then you are good to publish this figure. Now, in order to save the file, you need to go to the file, save layout as. I suggest you save it as a LPK. I just want to name it plot, and OK. Thank you very much. I hope you learned from this video. Please, in order to support us, don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Thank you very much.